And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. That's fielded in the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Ready. Mike 5-4. Too little, cupcake.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now it's Tate. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Ready? 57's Mike. Let's go one more. Check 9.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Get ready.
A gain there of 21 yards. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. 2nd and long.
In your face.
And that's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, I'm coming. Watch out. Check.
On first down, Drake. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Come on, set. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Let's get that ball.
Now Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Here's Murray from midfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyler Fackrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start out on the ground as Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Get out the field, defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down. With Charles in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back to throw here. And Tate's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
They'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Set, hut, money base, 7. Zoom. Woo-hoo. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Oh, you got deep?
2nd and 11.
Mike 57. I got him.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he hits Drake. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
The 49-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Cardinals.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
6 man.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll throw now on the final play. He finds an opening past the 40. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
Let's go, fellas.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
No. Off. Cover.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
At the 32-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. On the give, this is Drake. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open man is Kirk, complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
So
Brings up second and 3 at the 48-yard line.
that's it.
Second and 3.
Watch the run.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on third? It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A first down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cardinals' 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
57 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
He'll look to throw. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Murray now on 1st down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 87 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Some therapy after this. 58, boy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Keep getting busy. They can't stop you, son.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. We got this.
They'll set up to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll set up the throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his... And oh, he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
The Giants take over.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. I got him. Mike's 57.
They'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Darius Slayton.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Arizona, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it.